Hello and welcome to the internet. I am your host, Detractor Media. So I was gone for about a month. I had some film projects, some voice acting gimmicks I had to take care of. In the meantime, while I was gone, we hit 200 subscribers. So thank y'all for subscribing, man, and hanging out. We just have fun here. If y'all are new, we talk about lolcows, not just DSP. We talk about other lolcows, but DSP is just my favorite because he's so stupid. Speaking of DSP, he was gone for about a week. He recently came back yesterday, I believe. There was speculation online about him and Kat getting a divorce, or maybe his mom passed away, so he went back to Connecticut to say goodbye to his mother. Turns out it was none of those things. Turns out the reason why DSP was gone was because he was seeking legal counsel to take down the detractors. So without further ado, Phil, the floor is yours, dipshit. Go right ahead, bud. He is super delusional, so it's gonna be a wild ride. I hope y'all are ready. Go ahead, Phil.
Oh, I got a $2 tip. Here's the first I've heard of any of this. Thoughts on Doody sending people to snap pictures of your porch and various packages. The man is 50. He's on vacation. And he spent the entire week obsessing over you while ignoring his family and saying, I believe that latter half. The first half is not true. No one was here snapping pictures of my porch. That did not happen. This entire vortex around me is just that. Around me and dependent upon me. And to what I'm being told and from what I'm understanding. All right. This week, because I was not here streaming and making content for them to steal, lie about, and regurgitate is toxic, they literally had nothing to do. And they were losing their fucking minds. Like they were completely stir crazy.
So I don't know about you guys, but I have multiple jobs. And it's like object permanence. If Phil is not in front of me, I don't think about him. I don't think about you. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care what you do. It was actually, if anything else, it was refreshing to know that you probably were off living your life. You weren't begging for money on the internet. But the only person that genuinely was probably worried about it, like stir crazy, was Duty. His whole world revolves around you, so he was probably the only person that was genuinely stir crazy over you not being here for a week.
They didn't know what to say, they have no original content, so they had to like really go out on a limb in order to try to find things to talk about, and essentially their viewership was monstrously down. Some of them actually gave up and stopped making content for the time being. Like they just had nothing to do because I was not here. And that's the point I've been making. That in a court of law is the evidence you need to prove that someone is a thief and breaking the law. Because you understand that if they actually had content of their own, then they would have kept making it. But they didn't. They waited for me to come back to start stealing again. So in a court of law, I now have an actual week on record where their views are recorded, their content uploads behaviors recorded. I have everything I need. I'm good.
So you're saying it was a social experiment. I saw someone on, I think Reddit, said that Phil was going to claim that this was a social experiment. I guess they were right. It's a social experiment. Just like Nikocado Avocado. Phil is, 10 steps ahead or whatever he said? No, Phil, you're like 30 behind.
Oh, and I will say one more thing before we move forward. As of today, officially, there are parties involved documenting all of that. Who's doing what, how often they're doing it, how much they're doing it, when they're doing it, what they're actually doing. Like, are you actually rebroadcasting me fully? Are you just clipping and editing and doing transformative work? Yes. All of that is being documented as of today, formally. I'm going to have everything I need in the future. So if you're out there and you think you've had the gravy train all this time, and, it's all been free and clear, as of today, I'm giving you official notice publicly. I'm sure this will be clipped. Everything is now being documented for the future. So I hope that if you're someone who actually steals my content illegally and benefits from it financially, that you have like a backup. Because pretty soon, everything you're doing is going to either come to an end or be mine and I'm going to own it. Okay? If you pay for your house right now, your mortgage, with money that you make because you steal my content every day, well, pretty soon you're not going to have that money anymore. And in fact, all the money that you've made is going to be mine. You understand? So I'm just saying, now might be a good time to like go get a job and get some job applications out there.
The pot calling the kettle black is not something that we should do.
Maybe go, sing some fries, or maybe Uber driver or something, something like that. Now might be the time to dip your toe into the lake of something else, because the days of milk and honey for you are coming to an end. Everything is now being recorded, and you've gotten fair notice now.
Then go ahead and do it, Phil. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and take out the low-hanging fruit, the ones that literally steal your content and repost it in its entirety on their channels with no editing. Go ahead and take them out. They don't contribute shit anyways. Who fucking cares? He's going to say the shit's illegal. It's not fucking illegal. That is not illegal. He's going to say it's illegal. Take out the low-hanging fruit. Who fucking cares? But you think that for some reason, if you take out theoretically the clip channels, the restream channels, you think that people are going to go directly to your channel and watch your streams now. You think you're going to eliminate the third party. You're going to eliminate the third party. They're going to stop watching detractors and come straight to you. People will go out of their way to watch detractor content before they give you one of their fucking views, because you're a scumbag. It's not going to fix the problem. You're just going to get rid of the low-hanging fruit.
So anyone else from this moment on who continues to do that behavior, that illegal behavior, you already knew that this was happening. You have no one to blame but yourself. I've given you fair public notice. Fair enough? I do apologize to anyone who I might have worried, but you have to understand something. As you know, I have this vortex of literal losers around me.
The pot calling the kettle black is not something that we should do.
They feed off of me. They need me to be relevant. And therefore, I had to not say anything during the time that I was going to be away for protection, for personal reasons. You know what I mean? Like if I just started talking publicly about this hard stuff I'm going through, immediately you would have these people trying to interfere with it. And it's sad. But already they've tried to interfere with my bankruptcy hearing 5 years ago, which is completely illegal. Wrong. They've completely impersonated other people and tried to do identity theft and have successfully stolen my identity on multiple occasions. Wrong. They actually got employed at Comcast and reset my modem and changed my modem settings. Wrong. I mean, that's only a few of the insane things they've done. Can you imagine the lengths they would go to so that they can say that they have some kind of an effect on my life?
And fun fact, the only one that's true is the bankruptcy one. The other two are not true. Nobody at Comcast tried to cancel his internet or was messing with his settings. That's not true. He's just making this stuff up.
And quite frankly, this week I just didn't fucking need it. I did the way that I did it on purpose, and it worked absolutely flawlessly. There was absolutely no interference whatsoever in my personal life this week, thankfully, and that's a good thing. If anyone does want to actually live rebroadcast me and does not want to actually suffer legal ramifications down the line, because if you don't get permission from me, you will, you can contact me and we can talk about it. Maybe we could work out a licensing fee. Huh? Where I say you can live rebroadcast me on a daily basis as long as there's a contribution or an agreement or something in place.
Okay, a few things to understand. First, if someone takes your content, regardless if it's a live stream or a on-demand video, and they do commentary over it, that's fair use. You can't do shit about it. You have to just get over it. Number two, do you think myself or any other detractor is going to give DSP a dime to make fun of him on the internet? No shot. There's no shot you're that fucking stupid. There's absolutely no shot that you believe that. You can't be that fucking stupid. By the way, those wrong clips that I put in a minute ago, I watched that shit back while I was editing it. That shit had me howling. I don't know about y'all. That shit had me fucking howling, dude. They tried to interfere with my Comcast. Wrong. He tried to interfere with my bankruptcy settlement. Wrong. That shit had me fucking howling, dude.
Because if you're going to use my content live before I have a chance to even get it on the internet and monetize it, then I need to receive compensation for that.
Fuck that, Phil. You are a dirty, rotten liar.
So if you're someone who regularly does that and you don't want to get sued into oblivion down the line, you should probably contact me now.
Nope.
And work something out.
No! No! No thanks! Eat shit, motherfucker! Eat shit, motherfucker!
Thank you for welcoming me back with open arms and open hearts and open wallets.
Shut your fucking mouth!
Basically, this last week was no picnic for me at all. It was probably one of the darkest, most emotionally wrenching times of my life. Okay? I had absolutely zero enjoyment. And, that's that. Now, I'm well aware that so many people on the internet stalk me. And again, because the only reason they have content is because they steal mine. If I'm not here, they go crazy trying to stalk me and figure out what I've been up to and where I am and all of that. I am pleased to say, very pleased to say, they have absolutely no clue what I've been doing. I never fathomed that these idiots would get information or you know what I'm saying, or pry into my personal stuff. They were not able to do so this time. For the first time probably ever. Right? That's amazing. Did I ever think that because I went through a bankruptcy that this was going to result in me having years of harassment, identity theft?
How do we know you're not a donkey brain man?
Money stolen, bank accounts, being accessed from unauthorized parties and all kinds of shit. Of course I didn't. Of course I never thought that would happen, but it did.
It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. It's a made-up tale.
I 100% kept my lips zipped, and it worked. So there's a lot of great things in my life as a result of this. But at the same time, because this nonstop leeching, this sucking parasites on me, they're reliant on me when I'm not here, that they're going to go crazy. So I hope you have to understand why I couldn't say anything at all. I had to keep my lips zipped completely, 100%, because God forbid I let something slip. That then they would be able to find stuff out. They would try to ruin my life, mess with me and everything around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. If they knew that I wasn't going to be streaming this week, they would have been fucking with me nonstop, right? They would have tried a million different stupid things. And not to say that they didn't. There were a few things that were attempted, but because I kept my lips zipped, they were completely unsuccessful. Well, are you going to tell us everything that happened this week? No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's my life, and I have a right to privacy. I have a right to have a private life. But just because I share a public face to you every day on a stream where I make content and we play games and we hang out, does not mean that I also owe you an explanation for everything else that goes on in my private life.
So you do have an inalienable right to privacy, whether you're known or whether you're an average Joe. That is true. That's indisputable. You have a right to privacy. My problem is the line that you draw in the sand of I'll share my financial problems. I'll share the fact that I'm going to eat lunch meat sandwiches. I'm going to lose the cando if you don't give me contributions. This is where Kat's working and what she's doing. This is what my parents are doing. This is what Jasper's doing. This is what my detractors are doing. But you draw that line in the sand of explaining to your audience where you went when you vanished off the internet for a week, which is not like you at all. That's too much. That's too much. I can't explain to you where I went, except for the fact that I was seeking legal counsel to take down the detractors, which you could have used that as a beg. You could have used that as sympathy to garner more support, more contributions. That could have worked in your favor, but you didn't use it. Instead, you're drawing, again, this line in the sand where you're like, that's too much. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you where I went. I vanished off the internet. That's it. That's the part that's interesting to me, is just how thinly veiled the whole gimmick is.
Therefore, I don't have to tell you anything, nor should I be expected to, nor should there be a demand for that. And I hope that many of you will understand that. If you don't, I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that you seek counseling soon. Because if you actually think that because someone on the internet streams that they owe you full transparency of everything that they ever have done, you are actually mentally deficient from being a normal human, and you need to go speak to a professional for help right now. And I'm speaking directly to my detractors right now. You're all mentally fucking deficient, and you do need to seek help.
The pot calling the kettle black is not something that we should do.
Because number one, you're breaking the law. Wrong. And number two, you're ruining your life and the lives of everyone around you with your actions. First of all, that's actually not true. You're sick. You're toxic people. If someone could legitimately support the stream.
He's begging.
Sick as hell for the last two hours, and I'm toughing through this. Looks like someone's gonna be nice, and then someone's a piece. And I know that you would have probably tried to hurt me and or everyone around me if I had given any information out at all about what I've been up to this last week. Because the thing is, these idiots also would say, let's say, for example, I decided to tell you some information about what I've been up to. You know what would happen immediately? Oh, he's looking for a sob story so that people will come and support him because of this.
Oh? You're absolutely right. You are correct.
What? He is a horrible person because he's using this as ammo to try to raise money.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. That's exactly what you're doing. You can always tell when DSP is trying to use reverse psychology on the dents because it's blatantly obvious. He makes that point specifically to remind the dents to give him sympathy money, to garner sympathy money. That's exactly what he's doing, and he knows it, and we know it. He does it all the time with Jasper Kitty, and he's going to eat lunch meat sandwiches, and he's going to lose the condo, and he can't go on vacation. He does it all the time. He specifically mentions things to reverse psychology the dents to give him sympathy money. He pleads and begs that he's going to lose everything, and he's living paycheck to paycheck, and he's struggling. And he uses that as a manipulation tactic to manipulate the dents into giving him money. And then the next day he brags about how wealthy and rich he is and how successful he is. I think the irony is fully lost on DSP. The irony is dead. It's completely lost on how brain dead and stupid how oblivious he is. At this point, I'm starting to believe that DSP has successfully used reverse psychology on himself. I honestly believe that. The way that he retcons stuff constantly, you can't just search it up on the internet. You can't use pig go and find any phrase or sentence that he said in the past. The way he retcons shit, actively retcons shit, you know he's used reverse psychology on his goddamn self. Crazy. Crazy. When you start believing your own bullshit. Crazy. Crazy. God damn.
Not at all. I'm not going to tell you a single thing about what happened because it has nothing to do with this. That's what's actually angering people. That unlike previous where, there was a few months there where I was getting tons of support because I was associated with another group. Well, I'm not associated with that group anymore, but I'm still making the same amount. And that's driving people nuts. They can't take that because, wait a minute, he's earning a good living on his own merits, but we were always of the impression, our narrative was always that he couldn't do that. So how is it possible? Because people actually like the content. Because people like me. Unlike you. Because when I was gone, your content was dead. No one cared about you when I was gone because they're not watching for you. They're watching for me. Don't you get it, Leech? Don't you get it, Parasite? I'm the content. That's why I'm entitled to everything you get out of it. And I will have it someday.
Never, not in a million years, absolutely not. No way, Jose, no chance, Lance, yet, negatory, nah, and of course my own personal favorite of all time, man falling off of a cliff. No! Dr. Cox?
That's how they are. They're mentally ill people. These are not normal thinking people. They're broken in the head. I would go as far to say they're all of the like mind, and they reached out to each other and found themselves on the internet because they're so broken. They had to find other people that were broken to feel normal. And they've actually created this community of mentally deficient, ill people. That's not good at all because that's how cults begin. Do you understand?
How do you think the people who drink the Kool-Aid, how that started? Because they were all fucking nuts and they all found each other.
What is that?
And that's how these people operate now. They do it anonymously on the internet. It's dangerous shit. So that's why I literally can't tell you a word, but they are all directly dependent on me. Without me, they dry up in the hot sun like a weed with no water. They have absolutely nothing to do. They become
Irrelevant.
Get it? Nah. Don't think so. No, stupid. And the fact that they are irrelevant without stealing my content proves in a court of law that I own their content.
Get it?
No, that's not how that works at all.
Thank you if you watched the whole thing. If you didn't, go fuck yourself.
Okay.